English with Natasha. Quotes from Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. It is a truth universally acknowledged that a single man in possession of a good fortune must be in want of a wife. My sore throats are always worse than anyone's. She's tolerable, but not handsome enough to tempt me. I'm in no humour at present to give consequence to young ladies who are slighted by other men. Darcy, regarding Lizzie. You have liked many a stupider person. Lizzie to Jane, regarding Bingley. I believe, ma'am, I may safely promise you never to dance with him. Lizzie to Charlotte, regarding Darcy. Happiness in marriage entirely a matter of chance. Charlotte Lucas to Lizzie. It is better to know as little as possible of the defects of the person with whom you are about to pass your life. Charlotte Lucas to Lizzie. Keep your breath to cool your porridge, and I shall keep mine to swell my song. Lizzie to Darcy, and Charlotte regarding her poor skills at the piano and singing. Every savage can dance. Darcy to Sir Lucas. To be fond of dancing was a certain step towards falling in love. Vanity and pride are different things, though the words are often used synonymously. A person may be proud without being vain. Pride relates more to our opinion of ourselves, vanity to what we would have others think of us. I have been meditating on the very great pleasure which a pair of fine eyes in the face of a pretty woman can bestow. Darcy to Caroline Bingley. A lady's imagination is very rapid. It jumps from admiration to love, from love to matrimony, in a moment. Darcy to Caroline Bingley. Next to being married, a girl likes to be crossed in love a little now and then. I'm no longer surprised at your knowing only 6 accomplished women. I rather wonder how now at your knowing any. Lizzie to Darcy. I have no pretensions whatever to that kind of elegance which consists in tormenting a respectable man. Lizzie to Mr. Collins. From this day you must be a stranger to one of your parents. Your mother will never see you again if you do not marry Mr. Collins, and I will never see you again if you do. Mr. Bennet to Lizzie. Nobody can tell what I suffer, but it is always so. Those who do not complain are never pitied. Mrs. Bennet. Handsome young men must have something to live on, as well as the plain. Lizzie. Nothing is more deceitful than the appearance of humility. It is often only carelessness of opinion, and sometimes an indirect boast. Darcy. You find great enjoyment in occasionally professing opinions which in fact are not your own. Darcy to Lizzie. We neither of us perform to strangers. Darcy to Lizzie. You couldn't have made me the offer of your hand in any possible way that would have tempted me to accept it. Lizzie to Darcy. Till this moment I never knew myself. Lizzie to herself. Vanity and pride are different things, though the words are often used synonymously. A person may be proud without being vain. Pride relates more to our opinion of ourselves, vanity to what we would have others to think of us. I have been a selfish being all my life, in practice, though not in principle. For what do we live but to make sport for our neighbours and laugh at them in our turn? Mr. Bennet to Lizzie. Loss of virtue in a female is irretrievable. That one false step involves her in endless ruin. That her reputation is no less brittle than it is beautiful, and that she cannot be too much guarded in her behaviour towards the undeserving of the other sex. Mary Bennet. In essentials, I believe he is very much what he ever was. Lizzie to Wickham, regarding Darcy. Pray, Miss Lisa, are not the Shire militia removed from Meryton? They must be a great loss to your family, Miss Bingley. Yes, but that was only when I first knew her, for it is many months since I have considered her as one of the handsomest women of my acquaintances. Darcy to Miss Bingley. We all know him to be a proud, unpleasant sort of man, but this would be nothing if you really liked him. Mr. Bennet to Lizzie, regarding Darcy. How little of permanent happiness could belong to a couple who were only brought together because their passions were stronger than their virtue. By Elizabeth's instructions, she began to comprehend that a woman may take liberties with her husband, which a brother will not allow in a sister more than 10 years younger than himself.